Hello, beautiful people. This is your boy Backpack Mo. I am back from Germany. Great time just being in Europe overall itself. So I figured now that I'm back at the Backpack Mo Lounge, back home, I will give you guys just an overview of my experience in Germany and how everything was, and what I took from it, what I liked, what I didn't like, and things to look out for if it's your first time going to Germany itself. All right, so let's jump right into it. One of the most important things to me and probably to you is when you travel to a new places, do I need to rent a car? How will I get around? What is the overall transportation going to be like when I'm in a foreign country, a new land, someplace that I'm unfamiliar with? Luckily, in Germany, the transportation is amazing. A1, probably top tier like I've never seen in any other country. And by that, I mean the public transportation. Trains are always on time. Trains are always available. The subway system is very clean. It's very efficient. It's one of the most immaculate modes of transportation of getting from point A to point B that I've seen. You'll find that Berlin itself is a great walking city. You can take scooters, you can take Uber, you can take a bike. The train, as I mentioned, is readily available. The subway system, just modes of transportation is very easy in Germany. You won't have a problem getting around at all. So one of the best things that I did love about my experience there is that at any hour of the day, I was able to find a ride or a way to get from A to B. So kudos to Germany for that. Now, the next question you're probably asking is it expensive? And when we think of Germany and London and Paris and all these, major cities and countries around Europe itself, typically the stigma on them is that they're too expensive or too rich for my blood, as some people may say. Just like anywhere else, you stay out of the tourist areas, you can find some pretty much reasonable prices. Germany is probably one of the only countries that I've gone to where the beer is actually cheaper than the water and the quality of the beer is amazing, top tier. Germans, they sit at the table when it comes to serving out some really good beer and some of the best in the world. It's hard to compete with them. Let's get into the food. My favorite thing to do is eat. Germany has a lot of good food from the traditional German style cuisine, but one of my favorite things that they have in Germany is the doner kebab. And sorry if I'm pronouncing that right, but you will find a doner kebab pretty much every block, anytime after 12 a.m. And for me, here's probably the most important thing: the vibe of the city. What's it like? You know what I mean? What's the party scene like? How are the people? These are some of the most important things that I take into account when I travel. And Germans, please don't hate me if you're watching this video. I have a lot of very close German friends, but sometimes some Germans, and maybe it's just the culture of the way they are, they're not as extroverted as it may be here over in the West, where, if you don't know somebody, you don't, approach them and, to strike up a conversation. So sometimes it felt like when I was in Germany that some people were just a little cold or a little standoffish, just interacting with them. It took them a while to kind of warm up and, kind of break the ice, per se. Germans are very loyal and they're very set in their ways as far as being efficient about things and rules and how things go. And things are very structured, and some people like that. But for me, I like to lighten up. I like to be happy. I like to be around people. I love the vibe. I love the energy. And sometimes, for me personally, and I'm just speaking on my personal experience, I just felt like there was a little bit of coldness too as well. Don't let this deter you from going to Germany or not. This is just my personal experience. Overall, I had a splendid time. I had a great time over there. But at times I felt like, some people were just a little bit standoffish. Okay. And that's just the vibe that I personally took as well. So the vibe of Germany, there's a lot of things going on. It's a bustling city. A lot of people kind of just mind their business, in a way. They kind of just, they keep to themselves, but they will check you if you are doing something like, for example, jaywalking. You might get a hello. They're not telling you hello. They're saying, hey, make sure that you wait for the crosswalk, the little green man, to let you know that you can walk across the street. So in closing, guys, I'm just sharing with you my experience in Germany. Some things I liked, some things I didn't like so much, but nowhere is perfect. So definitely go to Germany, experience it for yourself. Berlin is a great city. It's very multicultural. It's a very vibrant city. There's a lot of things to do. The party scene is on point like no other. The food is great. So the art is great. The architecture, all of that you'll find inside of Germany, in Berlin, Germany itself. So make sure you go. And before you go, make sure, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. And that way you can keep up with this video and more videos to come. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so very much for staying with me to the very end, and I appreciate you. See you on the next journey. Backpack Mo out. See ya later. Bye. Sayonara.